Well, thank you very much, and I hope my speech is a little more interesting than that background. Congratulations. It's enormously exciting to be here with you tonight to share this wonderful milestone in your life and this wonderful celebration for you and your family. Thank you for this great honour to be part of your celebration today. I too would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land we're located, the Bidjigal people of the Eora Nation, and extend our respects to the elders, both past and present. So congratulations, folks, and welcome. You now join the University of New South Wales family of some 45,000 arts and social science alumni spread across 120 countries. You've graduated from one of the top 50 universities in the world, and your school, Humanities and Languages, has provided you with a foundation for thinking, learning and feeling that will stand you in good stead for the rest of your life. Your school is one of Australia's leading centres of teaching and research excellence in the humanities and languages, providing you with the philosophical skills and historical perspective your world will require. Many of you developed your language skills and learnt about the culture and history of others, providing you with that unique wisdom that a degree in the arts provides, the wisdom to walk in the shoes of another and to experience others through their words and culture, images and history. Congratulations also to the family and friends who sit beside you today and who have provided the love, support and encouragement that has helped you get here. Let's give them a round of applause too. Can you remember your first day here? I can. I can remember being on the verge of tears because I couldn't find my lecture room. And this campus seemed quite overwhelming to a boy from the burbs. I remember when what felt like thousands of us were gathered for the welcome address for art students in this very auditorium. The speaker, who I hope is retired, stated that we should look around the room because at the end of year one in three of us would be gone, and make sure it wasn't you. But then I did find my first lecture, again in this auditorium, and a professor in psychology by the name of George Paxanos started me on the exhilarating journey of a lifetime of questioning and learning that a university education provides. And so what can I tell you as freshly minted grads? Well, I could tell you the world has changed, and so has the work you'll be doing in the future, but you know that already. And this would be coming from someone who stood and stared at our first fax machine in the office and thought technology had probably reached its limits. So I won't tell you what you know. Instead, I want to pass on 5 things that I've found to be valuable in my personal and working life. These 5 things aren't in order, but they have all at different times been very important to my journey here today. And the number 1 is perseverance. Hang in there, folks. Like me on my first day, it can be sometimes easy to feel like you should just give up. The fact you're sitting here today tells me you know a lot about perseverance already. Believe in yourself and your skills. Trust that balance of instinct and knowledge that has brought you this far, and you will succeed. And if you don't, well, you'll never wonder what might have been, but rather you gave it your best shot and could not have done more, and you move on a more robust person. Because next to perseverance, resilience will be your friend in the face of life's many ups and downs. And my second point is not to be afraid of change. And don't be afraid to change your mind. How we work, collaborate and get to outcomes is going to continue to change, in part because of technology, but also because we continue to simply find better ways to do things. Believe me, everyone finds change hard. I didn't have a computer to work with until the early 90s, and yet now I can work anywhere in the world from my iPhone. This is coming from someone who remembers using typewriters and carbon paper to complete university essays. Can you imagine liquid papering out footnote errors? Technology is our friend. And we also see every day in our social, political and economic world people who stick to a view even when they know to be wrong or based on falsehoods. In the face of new information, don't be afraid to change your mind. It doesn't make you wishy-washy, rather it makes you a considered and thoughtful citizen. Thirdly, be committed. There's a very old corny joke about the bacon and egg breakfast, where the chicken's involved, but the pig is committed. Commitment doesn't mean blind obedience. It means putting all of your focus towards getting an outcome. Whatever you do, do it with 100% passion and commitment. Whatever role you have, deliver your best. Always plan and imagine for your future, but don't let it distract you from the present. One of the buzz phrases around at the moment is being present. I've spent a career advising people about their roles and their future. The best and most simple advice I can give you is do a great job in whatever position or role you hold, and the future will have a way of taking care of itself. People will notice, and some of those people will become mentors who take an interest in your work, life and future. And they're more likely to appear in your life if you bring passion and commitment to your task. Fourthly, love. Find what you love and love what you do, and you will never feel like you're working. I have that love and passion for what I do because I love hearing people's stories and helping them solve their problems. Very simple in theory, and something I'll spend a career getting better at. And of course, there'll be days when you don't love it, and that's okay. Those are the days when you need to go and grab a coffee with a colleague or a friend. And I just want to divert for a moment here, if I can make a minor point, and I'll call it 4A. I want to reinforce in your life the importance of coffee. Some days I'm convinced that without coffee, my personality would disappear. Medical science and all the health gurus are wrong. Coffee is good for you, and it provides an opportunity where we meet and we really talk through what's on our minds. I urge you to drink coffee and always make time for friends and colleagues who want to catch up over a coffee. And if it's a really bad day and the coffee's not working, well, alcohol in moderation is okay. With the same colleagues or friends, I've found that definitely helps. But seriously, don't be afraid to show love and passion for your work and for people. It's going to provide you with the energy to get things done and make your life much more enjoyable. And lastly, give back. I have the privilege of standing before you today because I've stayed involved with my university. I started this conversation today about being part of a family. Well, like all families, as graduates of our wonderful university, we have an obligation to share our learning and experience with others so they can enjoy the same opportunity we all, as graduates, have enjoyed. I've tried to live my life by the very simple code of being useful. All of you will be leading that debate on the great challenges that our world and our society face. And the most useful thing you can do is lend a hand to others and make their lives better in whatever way you can. So my fellow graduates, again, welcome to this wonderful family. It's been a pleasure and an honour to speak to you. And now I'll let you go and get that coffee or wine or whatever other celebration awaits you. Thank you, good evening, and my very best wishes to you all for the future.